Larry Holder, Jeff Duncan here with you, and I feel like we've done these videos before, and I've said, man, this is probably one of the craziest games I've ever seen, because we've seen the Saints win some of these crazy games, lose some of these crazy games, and look, the Saints won this one, 52-38. It's the first time they're above 500 since the 2013 season, and it looked like it was going to be a no-brainer, and then all of a sudden, they were only up 7 late in the game, and it was a wild game against the Lions for the Saints.
Yeah, after being down at Tiger Stadium yesterday for the LSU-Auburn craziness, it felt a little deja vu as Detroit started coming back. And, Larry, I'd say this – I was trying to recall of all the 18 years I've covered the Saints, what games would compare. The only two I can think of were 2009. I'm sure you covered the Saints at the Redskins.
Right. That
crazy one with the Meacham miracle. And then a couple of years ago here, a lot of Saints fans will remember 52-49 against the Giants. That was a crazy one. But this one, I don't think we've ever seen anything like it. It's the first time in Saints history that they've had 3 defensive touchdowns in a game. There was a defensive touchdown by the Lions and a punt return for a touchdown. It was crazy, and it just speaks to how well the Saints are playing, that they could give up a punt return and defensive touchdown and still win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and look, offensively, Drew Brees was certainly pedestrian. If I would have told you he would have thrown for less than 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, you would have thought the Saints would have had no shot. But look, the running game got going early. The offense played well in the first half, really kind of took a dive in the second half. And what I wrote about, the defense, this is not, in my opinion, an aberration anymore. No, I think they're starting to get it together. It's the 3rd week in a row. You've made Cam Newton, Jake Cutler, and now Matt Stafford very uncomfortable. They're creating takeaways and now scoring off of them. And look, I just think that this is something that it's the first time consistently in 4 or 5 years I can say this defense is on the rise and can be relied upon to even help you win a game.
Yeah, you can see it in the way they carry themselves. I mean, they're playing with a swagger right now. 9 turnovers in the last 2 games combined. That's not a fluke. You can't explain that away by happenstance. I mean, they're making plays. The cornerbacks in particular, Crawley and Lattimore, are playing at an extremely high level. They really create a lot of these turnovers and big plays because they're playing so well on the back end that the quarterback has to hold the ball longer than he'd like to. And that's what we hear Sean Payton and Dennis Allen talk about a lot, complementary football, even within the defense. The pass rush complementing the coverage, and I think it starts on the back end with this team. We're seeing the best cornerback play we've seen in a long time by these guys.
Yeah, and look, the pressure up front, it's there, whether it's sending blitzes or they're able to get a 4-man rush, and it is complimentary. Look, Kenny Vaccaro said it afterwards. It's rush and cover. Sometimes they get a good pass rush, and we're able to take advantage. There are other times when they are able to cover guys longer. It helps them get to the quarterback. And it's on every level. I think it's a growing confidence. And all you have to see is even them having fun with taking the fake pictures after the pick 6 for Lattimore, and then when Craig Robertson just took the football away from Matt Stafford. It's a unit that actually
believes in itself,
and has that quote-unquote swagger right now.
Yeah, and let's not overlook also, I know they gave up a punt return for a touchdown, but the special teams are playing well for this team this year. I mean, they haven't been great on returns, but Thomas Morstead had a couple of big punts. The first punt that Nate Stupar down at the 1, that led to that first touchdown for the Saints. So this team is more complete than any we've seen in a while. They're able to win games with the running game. They're able to excel in defense, and their special teams are good enough right now that they don't have to be this offensive juggernaut and score 40 points with Drew Brees passing the ball. They can win in other ways. That's the first time we can say that in a long time for this team.
And by the way, Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara combined for about 180 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. And I know Adrian Peterson had a good game today in Arizona, and people are wondering, see, Larry, they could probably use him. No, I think they felt just fine with the 2 backs that they ran out there today.
Yeah, they've got Terron Armstead back for the first time. They got Willie Snead back in the lineup. This defense is the youngest defense in the league. 2 rookie starters, 3 second-year guys. The scary thing about it is this team should continue to get better because they're healthier now, and these young players are getting more and more experience.
And by the way, Aaron Rodgers won't be playing next week, could easily be out for the year with a broken collarbone. So it's going to be Brett Hundley up in Green Bay, and that will increase the Saints' chances significantly to getting 2 games above 500, which we got to keep track of that too. We still haven't seen that since 2013 as well. So for Jeff Duncan, I'm Larry Holder. Thanks for joining us here in the Superdome. Saints win again, have won 3 in a row, are now 3-2, and have to be considered a contender, at least in this early portion of the season in the NFC.
Longest winning streak in the league, next to the I'm trying to think who I'm blanking on who it was.
I don't know. It's not Kansas City anymore because they lost.
Oh, it's Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
They've won 4 in a row, but no team in the league has won 3 in a row by double digits like the Saints have.
Impressive. So check out more of our thoughts on this game tomorrow. Duncan Holder, Sports 1280, NOLA.com, and the iHeart Radio app 10 to noon. So we'll be on there talking Saints, talking LSU, and I guess we got to bring up Tulane. Look, they dropped the ball.
They were the only ones that let us down this weekend.
Exactly. Right? So check us out there, and thanks for joining us.